And I know in the recipes I told you that you can do steak, you can do shrimp, you can do chicken, you can do vegetables. And so I'm going to do 2 options for you, but I'm going to teach you the best hack of all time if you're trying to cook quickly. So say you want to have a taco party. In fact, I did this. Fun fact. I invited some friends over for dinner and I said, they're like, are you sure you want us to come over tonight? And I said, yeah. And she's like, how are you not stressed out? And I said, I'm just going to give myself 60 minutes to make as much as I can. And then if nothing's done, if whatever's not done after that, we're not eating. So I did tacos and I did a menu very similar to this. And I pretty much got it all done. It was amazing. I mean, I was moving quickly. So we're going to do that. It's going to be great. But the first thing I want to do is do my marinade. So lucky for me, Caitlin went ahead and combined the ingredients. But let's see. We're going to see how much I know my recipes tonight. Here we go. Chipotles and adobo. Canned chipotles and adobo. I want to show you what that looks like. Ta-da. They're in the section where you'll find like the enchilada sauces and the jarred salsas and things like this. There are a couple of really well-known brands. They're smoked jalapenos. So you get this, well, don't stick your nose in it like I just did. You get this beautiful smoky flavor and depth of flavor that you can't get with other fresh chili peppers, right? So I love it. We've got lime juice. We have a squeeze of honey. Instead of using canola oil, which is no longer very good for us. It never was. They've just kind of learned that seed oils are not as good for us as fruit oils. And so avocado, olive oil, those are the ones you want to stick with. And so I substituted avocado oil in this recipe now. Do I use any orange juice or just lime juice?
Just orange and lime.
Orange, lime, cumin, oregano?
Cumin.
No
oregano.
Okay.
Garlic. Salt and pepper.
Ta-da. So here's the thing about this. You can put it in a blender and puree it and get it really cohesive, and you could use it as a vinaigrette, actually. You could add more oil to it, and it's delicious as a dressing. You can also probably double or triple this and have enough to make a couple of big batches of food, and it will last in your refrigerator for at least 5 days, okay? I'll cut it at 5. I would keep it for weeks. And this is what we're going to use for the steak and the vegetables that I have. It's going to be equally delicious. So let me get another cutting board because I want to talk to you, of course, about meat versus veggies. Caitlin, I'm going to use this one for the meat. Oh my gosh, you guys. Bing, bing, bing. I have to show you what you can win, too. Because, tonight is the giveaway for the Zwilling knives, and I'm going to use them in class tonight. You guys. 2. Caitlin took a really pretty picture of them that was in your email. And then they sent me the paring knife. They're giving away all 3 to one lucky winner. Aren't they awesome? So I'm super excited for whoever wins these. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to chop up some of the mushrooms first. And I have sweet potato, but all I want you guys to do is get the gist of what I'm talking about when you want to use other ingredients for tacos, okay? My friend just did poblano peppers as one of the main ingredients, which was beautiful. She just cut them into big strips, made sure there weren't any seeds, and she used those and grilled them just like you would grill anything else. I guess I'll actually stand up and act like a human, right? So I want these to be kind of large because the tortillas, I'm going to use really tiny tortillas, but these would be really pretty strips in them, okay? And then I should preface this by saying anything we cook tonight, you could put on your grill. I'm doing it indoors, of course, because I didn't want to be running back and forth for you. I just want to be able to focus. And I'm going to show you how quickly you can cook the steak if you don't have a lot of time on the stovetop. So because this marinade has some sugar in it with the honey and the citrus juice, it can caramelize your foods really quickly. So that's why I actually like using a grill if you can, because that sweetness will drip down and create some smoke and more smoky flavor. Look at how cute this is, you guys. Check out the baby mushroom next to the mama mushroom. What's the name of that new movie? Did you see it about is it a shell or a snail or something? Marcel! Oh my gosh, it looks adorable. I think that's enough mushrooms for us, okay? So I have sweet potatoes, which I could do as well. can also grill avocado, which would be pretty killer. You could marinate the avocado in this and then just give it a quick sear, either in a pan or on the grill. So the world is your oyster mushroom. Ha 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 ha. I'm just gonna get a little bowl for these and put a bit of the marinade on it. Everything I want is probably in my dishwasher. Well, that's just not gonna work. Let's see this. I'm gonna get a different storage container for us, guys. So close. There we go. Oh yeah, I can use one of these. There we go. This is gonna be perfect for what I'm trying to do. In fact, I'll use 2 of them. Okay, so these mushrooms are gonna go right in here. And because these absorb so much, mushrooms just soak things up. I'm just gonna put a little of this marinade on. It's probably gonna look even dry because they're just gonna absorb. And then when they cook, like I said, they'll get caramelized and gorgeous really quickly. That's plenty. Let me just give them a stir. Coat them evenly. You could do this in a bowl and it would be much easier. Am I missing any? Those knives are beautiful. They are. They're really exciting. Winning a knife that you've used to make a delicious meal must help to improve our own culinary talents. I love that. Oh, wow. Amazing, you guys. It's so fun to hear what you're all up to. I love it too when I'm on Instagram and I see you all saying hello to each other. It's very sweet. Lori's not on here tonight, but she's usually here for every class. And I saw her going back and forth with some people the other night. Okay, so there are the mushrooms. If you wanted to do shrimp or chicken, I would recommend a couple things. Let me just move this first. You can do whole chicken pieces and grill them like you would typically. If you're doing boneless, skinless, that's fine. You just need to watch for temperature so you don't cook them past like 160, 165. You certainly don't want to keep cutting into them to see if they're done. But I've just been in this big thing of getting things done quickly, right? And trying to get the most flavor into foods really quickly. And so that's what I'm going to show you with the skirt steak. So this is a whole skirt steak, right? Imagine one long cow, which we just cut into 3 different pieces. I'm going to work with the piece in the middle, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. This is a separate cutting board, like I said, so we're not cross-contaminating anything. I want to cut this into little strips, so it's almost like fajita strips, because if I put the marinade and it covers more surface area, you're going to get more flavor faster, right? So I'm going to cut them. Probably, yep. So I'm going to cut this into 4 pieces. Sorry, let me move my, there went my dress in it. You guys didn't see that. We'll just pretend you didn't see that, okay? The magic of television. We'll just put a little sticker in front of it. I'm going to cut this across the grain. This is actually really important as well. Can you see? There you go. See how the muscle fibers run this direction? They run horizontally. We're going to cut across it because that's how you make things get really tender. So you cut across the grain. You don't cut with it. So most of my friends, they always want me to talk to their husbands and tell them how to do things, which I just don't enjoy doing. But I'll watch them slice and I'm like, oh, how do I tell them? Just to let it sit for a few minutes before they start carving, and always to cut against the grain, and everything will be more tender, juicier. It's just awesome. You guys, these knives are amazing. They'll send you new ones, by the way, from Zwilling. We won't be sending you mine. I'm keeping these. There's also some amazing stove to win. They're the same company, so some stove cookware. It's going to be amazing. Okay, let's just put a little bit more of that marinade in here. And we're going to just let's call this we could call it like a quick pickle, right? If you were pickling something with acid, it'd be really fast. I'm just going to use these tongs so I can really get the flavors in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these other 2 pieces of steak. Here's my face. I'm going to put these right in here. And I'm going to cook these whole later for my kids. We have to send you home with a to-go taco stand, Caitlin. So those are going to sit. Let's just make sure they're well coated. And I'll cook those whole later. And so if anybody wants to, I'll cut them probably in half. But if anybody wants to enjoy one later more as like a steak instead of in a taco, they can. Okay. So let's not put that there. I'm just going to clean up my mess a little bit and wash my hands, okay? Okay, can you see how I talk to myself when you're not here? It's ridiculous. I know I'm talking to them, really. Any questions?
Mary Beth was wondering if you were gonna end up cooking it in a pan or on the grill.
So I think I'm going to do it. Here's what I'm going to do. I want to mess around. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to, I think I'm going to pull out my grill pan so you can see what I'm talking about, like with the mushrooms, how they just kind of sear on top and they'll get smoky. And then I'm going to do this in a nonstick pan really quickly, almost like stir fry, which sounds funny. But if I were going to do it on a grill, I would leave it obviously in bigger pieces so it doesn't fall through, right? Or if you wanted to quick cook this on the grill, you could get one of those veggie pans that's got, holes punctured through the bottom so air can still circulate, and you could do that. But let me show you two different instruments on the cooktop for doing this. So, the grill pan inside, the reason people call it a grill pan is because it has ridges. Liquids falls down in between those ridges and creates smoke that comes up. So that's how you get the smoky flavor indoors. And so if you don't have a grill, you don't have to worry. You can certainly try to recreate it inside. And especially in cold weather, it's nice to have a grill pan to use instead of grilling outdoors, right? Not that cold weather is a problem for anybody right now. Okay, so while these few things marinate, let's make the other things, okay? If you guys are cooking as any bit, people are making the pickled onions because this is the easiest thing. And we cheated, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Are they in the fridge?
They're in the fridge, yeah.
Great. I'm going to go get mine. Caitlin cheated, but I make these all the time. So they're really simple. Okay. Let's take a vote. Who here likes heat? Who likes really spicy food? I'm reading your notes about how to cook steak. Great points, guys. Okay. So some people like spice. Great. So here's what we did for the onions. And I know I've shown you guys this trick a million times. I'm going to bring this back up for what we do next. We are going to thinly slice them. And I have that little OXO mandolin that I love so much because it has a cute little guard on it. And you can just thinly slice without worrying about hurting your hand. And they come out really thin like this, right? And then all you do is combine them with equal parts orange and lime juice, salt, and if you want heat, jalapeno. You can slice some jalapeno and leave the seeds in. So you don't have to, if you really like heat, leave those seeds in and just slice it in rings across, right? If you want to kick it up a notch and use habanero or Scotch bonnet or something that's really spicy, you can do that as well. I just tend to mince up a jalapeno and pop them in here, okay? So it's this simple. And the thing is, I'll make these, they need like an hour, 45 minutes to an hour to soften up a little bit. And then they're good for a couple of days. And so I love making a huge batch of these because they're not just for tacos, they're for everything. I put them on my eggs. I put them on sandwiches. I put them in like with veggies. If I do a big, this sounds super healthy, but I did this like kale salad that had kale, toasted walnuts, sweet potatoes, a little goat cheese. And then I put some of these in the salad and tossed it. It was absolutely delicious. And then all I used was olive oil, and I didn't even have to use any vinegar or citrus because these were so delicious, right? So I'll give any of you who are doing this in real time some time to do these, okay? But they are so simple. I always recommend making a bigger batch than you need because they go fast. At least in my house they do. And it's one of the most requested recipes from my friends as well. Ooh, yum, delicious on a fried chicken sandwich. Yeah, so good. Okay, so my little secret thing. And you know what's funny about the tacos tonight, you guys? I'm not even making a traditional salsa. That's not to say I don't love them. I just love these things like doing something fun with avocados. We make guacamole all the time here. My son Charlie is the guacamole maker in the house, and his is delicious. But I'm just going to show you how to make a little crema instead to shake things up. We've got the pickled red onions, which give you some, really nice tang and that citrus hit against kind of like the sweeter marinade. And then we're going to do the cabbage slaw. We're going to test me to see if I know what those ingredients are too, okay? So let's do the cabbage slaw. This is going to be fun. So we used about half a head of cabbage so far, Kaylin?
Yeah.
I'm going to just borrow this. I'm not going to borrow it, I'm going to keep it. And then we're going to use equal parts red cabbage. Do
Yeah,
I
red
call for red?
cabbage.
Right?
Yeah, if you want to do red cabbage, just.
I can't remember. Did I just call for? I think I'm confusing it with the Chinese chicken.
I think you just say cabbage. So you could do
Okay,
either.
Let's do this.
Be pretty with both.
And then I do lime juice. Do I do honey?
Little honey.
You guys, it's so funny when I forget what my recipes are, but that means that I do them all the time and they're delicious. And so I want to add salt to this a little bit because it's going to help soften it up, and more than like soften it and make it too wilty, it's just going to take away a little bit of the in-your-face cabbage flavor, right? And then I want some limes that I'm going to juice directly into there. And so let's try my new little paring knife, friends, and see what we think of this one. I'm going to do, instead of using my juicer, which is my citrus press, I'm going to just cut them into thirds like I like. You all probably know my little trick by now, and you just leave the center, right? Because when you cut around that center vertically, you get a much better yield with juice than cutting it half horizontally. Unless you have a citrus press, and then you can just squeeze really hard and all the juice comes out. I'm like anti-tool, I think, is what I'm learning in life, even though I have a bunch of them. Okay, I'm going to just squeeze these right in here, okay? Oh, you can totally do pre-shredded. Absolutely. Oh, that's great if you doubled the marinade, KQ. Is it Kirsten? Is your first name Kristen? Kirsten? I'm sorry if I'm calling you by a nickname that's not appropriate. Kirsten, thank you. Oh, wait, that's you, Kirsten. Karen. This is funny. Oh, Kirsten, there's another one. So there's KQ. Her initials are KQ. Yeah, KQ is fine though. Okay, all right. This is hilarious. You guys forgive me. I told you I'm not quite myself tonight. When am I ever though? Okay, where can I put these? I think I need a little. No, did I not take out the compost? Oh yeah, I didn't yet. Compost comes in handy. Okay, so now I'm going to generously sprinkle some salt on there and a little bit of honey. There's not a ton of lime juice in the bottom of this bowl. I'm probably supposed to use like a lot more than this, but we're going to get the gist. Let me mix this up. Caitlin gets to witness how I dirty every single tool in my kitchen when I cook. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm going to give this a little toss. And actually, I think I want more lime juice. You wouldn't even be able to there's not enough lime juice to even like break it down very well, you know? So I'm going to use my citrus press this time and just show you this too. So there are more fibers in the middle. So that's what you can do when you have this press. It's okay, you can get through that middle part. But when you're cutting them yourself and juicing them, it totally works to avoid the center. I love that it says, say something nice at the bottom. I can barely see anymore. And that's what I can read on the screen. That's cute. Love this crowd cast. Okay, so now I'm going to add my little squeeze of honey because I have enough lime juice in the bottom to kind of mix it together, right? And this is the most basic slaw I'll ever make. Like, I love mayonnaise. I love sour cream. I love Greek yogurt. I love all of those things. So a lot of times when I'm making a slaw, I'll make like a dressing almost. And I'll use one of those things to mix in with some vinegar and some other things. And then I'll pour that over the cabbage, right? So tonight I'm just kind of messing around and making sure this honey gets mixed in with the lime juice. And this is just to give some really amazing crunch to the tacos. But if you want to add, you know what I end up adding to something like this a lot? I'll use black sesame seeds. I love that. You could add other shredded red cabbage. You could add matchstick carrots. So like if you're using the slaw mix, that would be totally fine. I see one little like large piece of honey that I did not want it to dissolve. Okay, perfect. Let me give it a little taste and make sure I'm on the right track. I should look at my recipe to see what the proportions are of lime juice to honey.
Equal.
I was like, too much lime juice, so that's hilarious. Hold on.
And
We're
then
just
have
gonna
you
fix
done
that.
any avocado oil?
Oh no, thank you. Thank you, thank you. She reminded me I need avocado oil as well. So you guys, we could talk about oils all night long, but let's just see if you want to go do your research about why I'm using avocado oil these days or olive oil instead of canola, you can. It's just, let's just leave it the easiest explanation, better for you, okay? We'll keep it simple. And then I'm going to add another little squeeze of honey. I knew it was too acidic, but I forgot the oil. That can help. This would be delicious with some sesame seeds in it. Okay, oops, I missed that. Can you imagine Caitlin being my mom trying to clean up after me as a kid? Amanda's tahini in the salad would be amazing. Hi, Connor.
Is Marcus allowed to come over for a bit?
Sure. If you guys aren't screaming yeah. Is he? Oh, he just can't have dairy. This is a good meal for him.
Right.
Yeah, he's welcome to come over. My kids, I threaten them within an inch of their lives when I'm doing class. And I'm, be quiet. But I like having you around, Connor.
I know.
And you get so excited when I cook for you.
I do.
He's totally worth it. Okay, so I'm going to give this a minute and another dish, and the cabbage was already in here, so hooray for us, right? We're not going to worry about it. I'm going to set this back, and then Charlie probably doesn't want to make a guest appearance for this next thing, but I'm going to do an avocado crema without a food processor or a blender because, once again, I don't want people thinking you have to have a million tools to make anything delicious in your kitchen, okay? So, Caitlin, let's see. Calls for avocados. It calls for Mexican crema. You could certainly use sour cream if you prefer. Creme fraiche you could use. Lime juice.
Yeah.
Is that it?
And salt.
And salt. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is why I love tacos so much because you don't need much and they taste amazing. Bonnie, dairy-free option. First of all, I bought some. I'll show you. Maybe I already got rid of it or I finished it all. Well, I have something. And then, oh, you know what else I'll grab? Speaking of, we used this for Bloody Mary class. I did it. It was so fun. I know, super fun. This is a great seasoning, you guys. I forgot I have it. I didn't grow up eating it, which is funny considering I'm from Arizona. But dairy-free option. They do not work for Kite Hill. However, I think they're making really good products. This is their tzatziki, but I bought their sour cream. You could totally use that instead, okay? Creme fraiches were really, really good on tacos. So I bought crema mexicana, which is, very similar in texture and tang. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mash my avocados first, and then I'm gonna mix in some of the crema. The thing I love about this idea is that you can do as much or as little as you like. So if you're just a straight up avocado fan, you can just make guacamole. You can mash some avocados and you can add some of the lime juice. I just want to show you how I add the lime juice and the salt together so they're not like slipping around everywhere. And then you can stir in some crema if you want, but you certainly don't have to, okay? Or add any seasoning. So now, my friends, we'll take a break after this, by the way, because we're gonna just fly by. It's gonna be really fast if I keep going at this speed, huh? Okay, let me get another bowl. Caitlin, would you mind handing me? No, I was gonna use this one. Never mind, I'm all good.
Okay.
So we can see them.
Quick question on
Yeah.
the slaw.
Uh-huh.
Did you use add in celery seeds as well?
Oh, I love celery seeds in slaw. Yes, absolutely. I grew up eating celery seeds in slaw. Okay, I'm going to show you all a little trick. Another one of those do as I say, not as I do, right? This is actually a really great trick, but you have to be really comfortable with a knife, and don't do it if it makes you nervous, because what you can do, actually, let me just show you the right way. Let me show you how not to cut yourself. You need a knife that's easily can pierce an avocado skin, okay? And your avocado you should be able to press on it, but it shouldn't just like completely give way, right? So if it's rock hard, it's not ready. Oh, is it blurry?
I'm gonna hop on soup.
Oh, thank you for doing that. Let's see if it gets better. Blurry, and yours freezes. Huh. My internet has been weird all week, you all. I'm gonna have to repeat the class. How's it looking now? Is it any better? I just saw something pop up. It isn't bad, looks good. I think it depends on where you are, right? And how your connection is as well. I don't know. It's like now that we're all doing everything online, it just seems like it's never perfect, right? Oh, like, why do I hear my own voice? Okay, I'm going to show this up closer because you guys can't see with no contrast against the board. But what I'm trying to do is just pierce the avocado, right, on one side, and then you just bring it down. And I'm using this hand to kind of press the knife around as I twist the avocado. And because my knife is sharp enough, it takes it all the way around. You're not having to saw. That one is not quite ready. Like it was harder to open up. This one is just like perfection, right? Mary Beth, wait, where are you? Tell me again. This one's going to be perfect. It might be a little ripe. Iowa. But you can get a lot of things I can't get. What is the best produce to get there? I remember eating like the most amazing blueberry pie in Indiana and Iowa. Corn, Indiana. I had family there, and we drove to Iowa. These are gorgeous. We're just going to scoop these out. Corn. Yes, that makes sense, right? Pork chops. Okay, let's get a spoon, and we're going to scoop these out. Let me see if I have a big spoon I like. No, I'm going to use a regular large spoon. Don't you love how I can just go into my own, break into my drawers? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to scoop these. Watch this. When it's perfectly ripe, you shouldn't have to fight with it. I'm fighting with this one. This is the one that's not as ripe. It would benefit from going in a blender or a food processor. Now, I could certainly use the knife to kind of peel off the back too. It's not a party until something breaks or somebody gets hurt. Yeah, this one's not. It looks beautiful. It would be beautiful for a food shoot, but it's not the right one for our guac, our crema. Let's use the others. Yep, that one's really good. Yep, these are the other two that were great. Now we'll just have to figure out with the three with the seeds, which one is not as good, right? But this is why they're so slippery that we're going to want to use some salt on them as we mash them. Otherwise, they're just going to keep flying around the bowl. They are so slippery. Okay, let me get those out of the way. Okay, friends, so this is the part you want to be super careful. And your knife needs to be really sharp if you want to do this little trick. But people get really nervous with getting rid of the avocado pits, right? Like, how do you get the pit out without losing all of the flesh of the avocado? Is this the harder one? No, that one is. This is the one I'm probably not going to like as much. I take a knife and you take your other hand away. You cut straight down on it. You hack down and then it twists out, okay? So let me show you with one of my beautiful knives. Are we ready? This hand is nowhere near this. Ta-da! Now, gently, right? Now, how do you get rid of it without cutting yourself on that? You pull out the garbage, or if you have like a hard garbage rim, and you just hit the knife right there, and it's gonna make the pit go flying off. Super fun, right? Okay, where can I do this where I'm not gonna injure anybody? Maybe I'll do it into the sink, kind of. Hold on. No, that's not gonna work. I'll do it into my own garbage. Sorry, I can't show you the magic. It's like a bad magic show around here. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do this one because it is not ready. Cool, right? What you wanna be really careful about though, you guys, is if your hand is slippery at all or wet, it can slip and you can hurt it on the blade. So be very gentle. Ta-da! I'm having my own little party over here. Caitlin humors me. Thank goodness. Okay, let's bring this back and scoop out the rest of the flesh. Who still eats avocado toast? Anybody? No, I like a little risk. You can push the seed out from the back too. That's actually a great hack. I like that one, but this one's more dramatic, right? It's more like a bad magic show. And they have little tools now that do all of this for you, but I refuse to give in when I have good knives and slippery hands. So let me wipe off my hands. It's much more fun having you here, Caitlin. I feel like when no one is here. Lori, are you here? Oh, I'm so happy. When no one's here and I'm just talking to you all, I'm starting to feel a little bit insane because I spend a lot of time talking to screens without anybody else around. Okay, let's get some salt. Now, this would be a great time. If you want to use the tahini, you certainly could, okay? I'm going to keep it really classic today. And kosher salt in particular is going to act as a great abrasive. So if you took the class when I'm mincing garlic and I put salt on it first so that your knife doesn't slip when you're mincing it, the same thing is going to happen with the avocados right now, okay? I'm going to use a potato masher, or you could use a fork or a pastry blender. But if you don't put any salt on there, they're kind of just going to fly around. Oh, Michael, if I could with this one, I'd do one push. I don't know if it's going to come out. Okay, let me get my potato masher. One of my other favorite tools, and this company, GIR, is that what it's called? Have you seen it? GIR, GIR. They're like competing with OXO. I have to say, I really like them. And you guys know how I feel about OXO. I love them. So these are still just a little bit on the, they're ripe, but they're not, definitely not too soft. But it's kind of fun. This is very satisfying. Again, if you want perfectly smooth crema, you could just put this in a food processor, a blender, the Vitamix, let it have its way. And then if you use any of these that aren't perfectly ripe yet, it would turn it into the texture probably better than what I'm doing here. But this is fun, friends. If you plug your ears, I'm going to tap, tap, tap. Oh, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I'm losing my ability to see the screen, so I'm sure Caitlin will ask me if there are questions.
And you said it's pronounced like gear.
Oh, good. Is it, get it right. Oh my gosh, Angie, thank you. I'm so glad you told me that. Is that Marcus? Oh, hi, Connor. We're making guac and skirt steak. Tacos. He doesn't sound that excited. I don't know what I'm expecting. Okay. That's loud. Now plug your ears. Yes, potato masher, Mary Beth. I love it. I like it so much. And I think that their masher is the best I've seen. It's just perfect. And I'm saying for actual potatoes. And I have a ricer, and I tend to use it once a year on Thanksgiving. But once I got this masher, I'm back into this. I really am. So if you like to get out your aggressions in the kitchen and not on other people, this is the way to go. Okay? All right, so let's do that. And then I'm going to get a little something. Let's see. Oh, no, this is what I want. I've got salt. I still need lime juice. I'm going to add a little bit of this crema. Bye, honey. See you later. Miss me. Okay, I'm just going to drizzle some in. Again, this is to your taste, okay? My recipe is meant to be a guide. It does not have to be by the letter of the law for any of you, okay? It's just, this is why I'm a better cook than a baker, because I don't really like to follow instructions. I like writing them when I write cookbooks, and then that's pretty much the last time I use them. Never. I did my own recipe last night, though. Did you guys hear me? If you were on the other meal planning call, I did my Thai red curry. It was so delicious. KQ, you can absolutely sub with Greek yogurt. You could do sour cream. You could do creme fraiche. You could do a dairy-free version of any of those things, like Kite Hill, right? Okay, I need a squeeze of lime, I'm sure. So let me get another lime, and then we'll taste. I'm kind of like, it's funny, for as much as I'm always putting lemons and limes in drinks and in like braises and things, when I eat guacamole and I think you know what it is, it's because of the pickled onions, because we're gonna have them there too. I don't need a ton of lime juice in my avocado. I just need a little bit to balance the sweetness of it. So let me just see what I think with one. I know I'm gonna need more salt. I'm 99% sure of that.
And Jenny wants to know if her crema that she used mayo for is too thick. How can she make it less thick?
Oh, that's a great question. If your crema is too thick with mayo, which I love too, you can add a splash of water. I think that works better than trying to add more lime juice, because then you kind of get the balance of the flavors out, Jenny. So when in doubt, on a vinaigrette, on a guacamole crema, anything like that, start with a splash of water, because it doesn't really mess up the balance of flavors, okay? All right, let's have a little taste. I think I'm gonna want more crema and salt. Oh, I have to take back everything I said. I want more lime juice. It's really creamy though. Kaylin, I hope you're hungry. By the time we're done, it's gonna be awesome. Hi. Okay, one more. So I'm up to one lime. So much changes with the produce that you have, with the type of crema that you're using. That's why I'm always like, use my recipe as a guide, you know? What you got over there, Con?
Cashews and cherries.
Ooh, yummy. I can hear him at night. Like, Connor likes to snack like I do, and I'll hear him in the kitchen when I'm trying to fall asleep. It's hilarious. It's like a mouse, but friendlier. Okay. And a pinch of salt, I said, right? Jenny, how are you doing? You're doing the onions, the slaw, and this? Roasted some hatch chilies. Yum. Absolutely, you can add those. You can just like finely chop them, or you could puree them in a food processor, or dice them and just fold them in. Okay, Jenny, I'm glad. Where's Chrissy? How's Chrissy doing? You good? Okay, I'm gonna taste this, guys. Again, Caitlin, watch me use everything in my house. Yummy. I'm gonna add this much more salt. Literally the tiniest amount. What I don't want to do is over season my food, okay? Now I'm gonna transfer this to a smaller bowl so there's less surface area that can oxidize. So I'm gonna put it in something small because you know when your avocados turn green, it's just or turn brown, it's such a bummer. Yeah, from what I can read. Agreed. What's Jenny saying about shrimp, chicken, and all the extras? Are you making all of that tonight, Jenny? Okay, let me see if I have any bowl that will work that's smaller. If not, I'll just put it in another serving container. We're just gonna hop on over here again. Lots of people to feed. Who's back to school around there? Anybody? Are you guys back to school yet? And is anybody back at college? Lots of people. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Let me just put that in here, guys. And then I'm going to cover it with a little saran wrap. And if you keep it very tightly covered, you could do this the day before. And then just scrape up any area that turns brown, okay? Into the sink. Just spread this out. And then I'm going to put some saran wrap on it. Okay. Thank you, Caitlin. Perfect. First day back for your 5th grader. Wow, you know what? Yeah, my friends kids who go to Oregon and Washington, they go back really late too. Lucky ducks. But then they're bored out of their minds when their friends go back to college. Okay, can you see how I've just put this little, go Ducks, huh, KQ? That's cool. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, my friend's daughter is a duck. My other friend's son would like to be a duck next year. Lots of people where I live like to go to Oregon. Yeah, I need another sip of my drink. How about you guys? Best first day ever. Lori, are you serious? Is that because of your change of job? That's great news. All 4 kids home for the summer, Jenny. Libby leaves Saturday. Okay, I'm sure that's bittersweet, huh? Michael, you have a little gaggle of ducklings. You have ducklings. That's hilarious. Jenny, give all of them my love. That's so fun. We miss having you around, even if I didn't get to see you much. Your name still comes up so much when we're talking about fun things with other adults around here. Sunny doesn't feel well today either. I blamed it on her that I didn't know that the shingles shot was going to hurt like, you know what, because she didn't complain when she got hers. And so when my doctor told me it was no big deal, I believed her. But I didn't get a COVID booster because I just figured that was too much at once. And thank goodness, because that, I'm sure it would have been too much. Okay, so friends, this is crazy. We've already done all of the side things that we need, right? And it's 5:50. Shall we? Yeah, Jenny, do it, but just prepare yourself. Take a day off the next day. Your avocado crema is delicious before and after the roasted hatch chilies. I bet it is delicious with the hatch chilies. That would be delicious as just a dip, right? If you wanted to serve it on its own with chips, it would be amazing. The sea booster put me in bed for 30 days. Don't you love how we can have all of these side conversations too? Yes, they did not give it to me yesterday, but I was talking about I should go back for a booster at some point. Much better than getting shingles. I agree. Lori, I'm so glad you had a terrific day today. That's fantastic. Ruth, you sound like the luckiest duck I know. That's amazing. Okay, so it's 5:51, friends. Why don't we take like a 5-minute break? And then I'm going to get the cookware out that we need to do the grilling. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to heat some tortillas, and I have some little tiny tortillas. They're in this direction. I did yellow and I did white corn. whatever you like. If you like flour tortillas, you guys, you can use flour tortillas. I just like corn tortillas because, gluten and me don't get along. But I like making these little tiny tacos because it's fun to like eat more things, right? So we're gonna do a couple things why don't we start? Well, everybody needs a Caitlin. Oh my gosh.
That's so nice.
That is so nice, but it's so true. Lori, we got so much work done in a couple hours today. It's crazy. Like instead of me writing the recipes, I speak them out loud and she just, it was amazing. It was amazing. And then she's so organized. She's the only reason I told her that this cooking school is still going because she and Lindsay, if I didn't have them, I never would have been able to figure this out. And now it's like my life, right? So thank goodness she finished cooking school when she did. I got very, very lucky. That was a close call, as we'll say. Okay, I'm gonna put away a few of my ingredients because as always, I've taken everything out. Yes, great try. And then we will come back. I'm gonna move the camera and I'm gonna move my laptop a little bit so we can get you closer to the cooktop. And I think what I'll do, I'm thinking out loud, I'll do the mushrooms first. So I'll get the grill pan hot and then I will do the steak, which is gonna take like a minute. And then I'll do some tortillas, okay? And so we'll build a couple, we'll get everything out. We've got the pickled onions, the slaw, and the guac. We have everything we need right behind me to build some beautiful little tacos. And then we certainly will finish early. And if you have other questions, yay, Mary Beth, because this is such a hack, right? I might cook some larger pieces of steak on the grill pan next to the mushrooms too. Let's do that. We're gonna go crazy around here because as I'm looking at Connor and his friend who's coming over, I don't want them eating everything that I just prepared. Is your brother coming back for dinner?
No.
Okay, all right, more for us. All right, 5 minutes. If you guys need to get up, walk around, stretch your legs, refresh your drink if you're having anything delightful. And just pretend that I have elevator music going as I move everything around, okay? I'm gonna move some of this stuff out, Caitlin, and then I'll probably move this out away for a little bit while I grill, and we'll see if we can get a better angle.
Yeah.
Or I can put the computer on this. That's what I'll do. We'll clear this off, and I'll put the computer on here, and we'll see if I turn it at an angle how it looks. Connor, you're gonna be so happy.
Are you muted?
No, I'm not muted. Are you going for chocolate chips?
No.
You are hilarious. I love you, Connor Haas. Mrs. Hawkins is on here. Jenny Hawkins, Libby's mom.
Hello.
Connor says hi, Libby. So hilarious. Is Marcus going to eat with us?
I don't know. We don't really have plans.
I'm just going to hang. I'm going to bed at 7:30. I told Kaylin, I was like, oh yeah, no shame in that. I mean, I think I was awake all night last night. I listened to the best podcasts. They were amazing, and that was great. So I got caught up on a few things. And I woke up today thinking, like, why do I have all of this information in my head? I'm like, oh yeah, because I literally listened to podcasts, meditations. I did all kinds of things last night. Keto. Oh, you know what? Are you guys wondering what the carbs are like in these tortillas? Oh my God, my glasses. 20 grams in 3 tortillas. So if you just do little single tortillas for your tacos and you don't double up, you could do 3 and that's 20 grams of carbs. If you guys count these things, okay? Count macros, is that what we say? I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, let me get my cookware out, friends, and we're gonna just move this little situation out of the way. This will be great. Using all of these again, probably. Thank you. If you want to wash boards, that would be great. And then I'll set this part up and we'll be good to go. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get everything we need. This is actually a super important thing to talk to you guys about if you're here. Thank you, Chris Grimes. That's very kind of you to say. Where do you live, Chris? I'm getting everything I want to cook very close to the stove because when you're dealing with grilling, things with sugar, things with fat, if you have any flare-ups, you don't want to be reaching across things. And so since there's some honey and some orange juice in that marinade, I just want to be extra safe, okay? That's my chair, not me. I'm gonna move.
Yes.
Yes. Lori, I didn't change my sign yet. And instead of pool, it says pool party. Denver, Chris. I won't forget now, okay? Spread the word too. You guys, I love this so much. I haven't done much to keep getting people excited about joining House of Haas, but I must say, I think it's a really good deal, don't you? I'm having so much fun with all of you, and when I tell people what it costs, I'm like, that's a good deal. Diane, when did you get on here? Hi, my friend. You guys, Diane, you've heard me talk about her. You've been on for 30 minutes. Can I brag about you, Diane? And your hubby, who I've heard I'm finally going to see in a couple of weeks at an event. Diane, you guys, owns Diane's Bloody Mary. That's why I have the tahini in my house. She is married to a gentleman named Michael Mina. Yes. Who, in my humble opinion, is one of the best chefs in the world. And Diane herself is incredibly talented and created a Bloody Mary mix. She grew every type of tomato in her garden, grew all the herbs, and figured out how to put it in a bottle. And when I worked at Williams-Sonoma, we were helping her figure out how to bring it to the public. And you guys, I'm telling you, this isn't because she's my friend. I don't get paid. It is absolutely flipping delicious. Whether you drink alcohol or not, her Bloody Marys and her spicy one. What do you call your spicy one, Diane? It's got a cute name. You can get it. Let's see if I get this right. Many Bevmos. You can get it at all of the Mina restaurants. They serve it, and they do like beautiful service, even in the casual places. Oh, Lori, thank you. Oh my gosh, Diane came to my house, and you guys, we had wasps everywhere. It was a little bit tricky. Diane, will you post your info in the chat? Otherwise, I'll do it when we're done getting reset up. I hope I'm embarrassing you. No, you were adorable. You guys, she is like the sweetest human, and everything great that happens to her, she deserves. She's just amazing. And together, she and her husband, like, the amount of talent is kind of insane. We still need to do, you probably don't want me to bring you both on here, but it would be really fun. I think you should do lobster and caviar and steak. Is Chef there? Is he there right now? He is? You tell him I'm going to bribe him to come on here and cook with us. You guys, I can still tell you, like, I can still taste bites of Michael's food that I had the first time I ate it. I don't get weird around chefs. I really don't. Because if you're not a nice person, I don't care what you can do in life. Luckily, Michael's very nice. But I can taste his food. I can literally, it just has stayed with me. And he is amazing. So now my son is here with his friend and I can hear them. Oh no, now we love you. I loved you already, Diane. Okay, here we go, you guys. I'm almost set here. Let's just move the computer. And I'm going to get out. It's going to get a little loud. I have so much cast iron enamel. It's ridiculous. And so it's going to get really loud because the pan I need is on the bottom. Michael, okay, you guys, I'm going to freak everybody out with my great long-term memory. His birthday's Cinco de Mayo. Thank you. I remember this. Amazing. You did, what was the online thing you did? The recipes. I cooked your whole menu for black beans, tacos. I did everything from scratch, and they were so insanely delicious. This was like 10 years ago. It was a long time ago. God, they were good. Those beans were insane. I had to go get a gazillion dried chilies, and I did everything you said. He's on the food line. Good for him. Okay. I warned you. It's at the very end, of course. it's rare that I bust this out because I'm always, oh my God. He's on the line in what restaurant and you guys are FaceTiming? That's hysterical. That's because he could cook in his sleep. Oh my goodness. My back was bad before. This thing is like the size of a child. That is literally. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to attempt to move the laptop so that you can see me, okay? And then Chef can critique me. I would get fired in your restaurants, so we know we've established that already. I wouldn't last a hot minute. If you could see the mess Caitlin's cleaning up, you would be done. I'd be fired. But I'm really friendly. I'd be good at hosting and making drinks for people. Okay. And I'm drinking margarita mixer without the tequila tonight with club soda. It's delightful. Okay, sorry guys. No. We're gonna just keep it coming. One day, oh my gosh, Michael, I have a question for you. That's a business question, but one day, you guys, we're gonna get like a second camera going. Lori, this is the mixer. It's Stonewall Kitchen. I like their products. They used to make Ina Gardens products. They do beautiful like scone mixes, preserves, and you know what? It's not all junked up. So it's tasty. I'm just keep adding a little bit to the club soda. So Stonewall Kitchen. Okay, so this is going to get interesting because I want you to be able to see this. Okay. Caitlin, can you do me a favor and just pull that light? If we can't use it, it's fine, but maybe we will. I dropped my lipstick. Who cares? We're serious cooks. Oh, you like them too, Diane? Yeah, they sell them in a lot of places. If you marinated the cube chicken, can I saute the chicken? Yes, that's a great call. And you know what, Jenny? You might want to like pat it off a little bit since there's so much sweetness to it. If you just put it in the pan, that's okay. But if it's in a nonstick pan, it'll be easier to clean. Or just put some avocado oil in the pan and then like strain it so you get all the flavor of the marinade, but there's not a ton of it burning in the pan, okay? Oh, gosh, I'm glad we all agree on Stonewall. That's one person I freaked out on when I met Ina Garden. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I love you a little bit. She was super nice. Okay, let's do this, friends. And then I'm going to do both sides of this. My stove has been clicking. It's so, I met Ina. I've met Ina like 3 times, Mary Beth. And the last time I met her, she told me I had her dream job, and I nearly fainted. When I was the culinary director at Williams-Sonoma, I'm like, you have my dream job. She's like, you have my dream job. I can't believe you get to cook in that kitchen every day. And I was like, yeah, no, she was so lovely. It was ridiculous. Okay, if this clicks, I'll have to turn it off. Okay. You guys, we might be in business. I'm going to get a couple plates because things are going to move fast around here. Diane, if your chefy is still watching, last time I worked with trumpet mushrooms, I showed everybody how to do it like the Mina way, where you cross-hatch all of the mushrooms. They were adorable. Tonight, I did not do that. Oh, well, this is going to get loud and smoky, so we're going to move fast and furiously. Maybe what I'll do, Caitlin, is put these things over there, and then you can build some tacos once I keep bringing you the ingredients. Is that cool?
Sounds good.
You guys, I've basically turned this like t-shirt dress into the only thing I wear when it's hot here. It's so comfortable. Jenny, you should, I might bake it because try the chicken and see what happens. And if you like that, then fine. But it's going to have to sit in the pan for like 2 minutes and it might just be too sugary. Diane, here's what I did. Thank you. I have tongs I can use.
Yes.
I'm cheating. I'm doing a little hack to show you guys. I took skirt steak. Okay, this is going to get hot enough. Hey, Connor. Will you come shut this door and open the front door in case I set off the smoke alarm? Okay, so I have these big pieces of skirt steak I left whole, and then I have these little tiny ones I'm going to slice, okay? So I'm going to do a lot of stuff
What
at
door am
once.
I shutting?
Open the front door, please.
Oh.
Oops, that one needs to be cut. Let's just do one. And then the mushrooms are going to go on. Oh, I forgot to turn on the back. Oh, no, it's on. It's just not hot enough. I panicked. Let's put some mushrooms on, okay? And then I'm gonna quick cook that other meat over here. Oh yeah. I'm not even putting any oil in this because there's some in the marinade, right? You guys are so sweet. Look at, I'm just gonna put some shrooms all around. It's got a really juicy one because they're gonna fit perfectly across our little tortillas. Who says things can't get along, right? Look at it. They're just gonna like move in together. Now here's the trick. You don't want to have them so close that your food starts to steam. That is not what we want. Could you hand me a towel? Oh, never mind. I got this one. It's really fine. This other pan is hot. This is the steak that's going to cook in like no time, okay? So literally I'm pretending I'm stir frying it. It just happens to be in this chipotle marinade, okay? More skirt steak. Here we go, folks. Let's see how hot this is. Not hot enough. If I can hold my hand there for more than a few seconds, it's not hot enough. I'm going to turn on the hood in a second as well because this one's going to get smoky. Okay. Are we ready? Drum roll. I'm going to take my own advice. I'm going to drain it a little bit. Take some of the marinade off. My lipstick case. My lipstick that just fell. I stood on the case. While I'm doing this and I can't talk to you all, don't you think it would be fun to have Caitlin cook with me on here? I'm just sitting here. She just literally graduated from cooking school. I think we should have her show her talent. Will you put your Instagram in there for people, Caitlin?
Okay.
Will you write it down so people can follow you? Okay, I'm not following my own advice again because I kind of crowded the pan. But I'm very hungry and slightly tired. Okay. You guys, depending if you like rare, medium rare, whatever, watch this. Like just that, yeah. The thinner the better. This is beautiful, beautiful skirt steak. Normally I would just like shake it and flip it, but with just these cast iron handles, they get really hot, you guys, so I'm being a little more careful than I typically would be. Literally, this is all they're gonna need. If you like rare or medium rare, this is medium rare at this point. Flip them, kiss them on the other side, and you're good to go. Okay, I'm gonna move these, take all of this off. Clearly not gonna look grilled like everything else will, okay? This is mom cooking. Yeah, totally. I have a paper towel over there or anywhere. I'll wipe
Other
this
side.
off for you. Okay, thank you. I have to try like. You get the marinade. It's amazing. Want to try? You're welcome to try some. I'm gonna wipe this out because I'm gonna put the tortillas in there and get those going, and we'll check these. Okay. Oh, look at this! Cute little grill marks on my mushrooms. I should have put them in a more obvious angle. Without any oil, like I certainly could have brushed them with oil or brushed the grill pan first. They're a little dry for my taste, but they're gonna be fine. It smells slippery. Okay. See, so this one I didn't get as hot, you guys. The center between here is not as hot. So like the back side is looking really nice and charred and the inside is not. So I'll probably move the mushrooms out of the way and do this all closer. It's not gonna be perfect, but what I would recommend, well, first of all, did it on the grill, you'd have more even cooking. But I would have cut this in half so I could have them over the direct flames. Hopefully you can hear that. You could definitely use the pickled onion as another marinade for sure. Okay, let me get. these guys are done. Yeah, if I could do it all over again, I would have brushed the cooktop with oil for the mushrooms. But I keep them. I should just put a GoPro on my head. That would be hilarious. Okay, let's do this. Get that closer. And then I'm just trying to wipe a little bit of the sugar out of this pan, okay? I'll do a couple tortillas. Okay, great. Let's get a little bit of the avocado oil.
And Lori's asking if you do this on the Traeger.
Can I do it on the Traeger? Most definitely. And Lori, you might have missed this part. I didn't want to take it out there tonight because I'd be going back and forth. And if you don't have a Traeger, but you could do all of this on the Traeger. In fact, I have like vegetable trays that are perforated, so you can even do the mushrooms, all the veggies straight on the grill, and this steak would be amazing out there. And easier to, you can kind of walk away from it for a few minutes, you know. Okay, let's do all white. I'm gonna come in. Little too much oil. You don't want them to be greasy, and eventually it's almost like you could just use a dry pan. These are great on the grill too, you guys. But let's see how this works. I'll answer that one when I turn off the hood. This is actually, I want to get this time to rest. This is probably how I want it. Oh, look at gorgeous. Right? I'm gonna let this. Oh, hey, Caitlin. We'll give that a minute to rest. I'm gonna move this towards the back so that a lot of that smoke gets sucked up into the hood faster. Okay, these puppies. Oops. Wrong tool for this because it's kind of poking at them. Make it feel. The hood is made for a commercial kitchen, which I appreciate because it can suck up so much smoke, but it's so loud, I get aggravated by it, you know? Okay, what's the question?
What kind of frying pan are you heating tortillas in?
I am using a Le Creuset frying pan. I love cast iron in general. This is like a fancy cast iron, but I love Lodge cast iron for the same thing, which once you've seasoned it well and you've used it enough, it is basically non-stick, right? So you can use it for everything where you need to flip things, turn things, and brown things. They're amazing. So this Le Creuset is part of this whole collection. I got a lot of it when I did a project with them. I'm so spoiled. We haven't given away any of that yet. We'll be doing that too. Okay. These tortillas are probably perfect. Not too much oil. Caitlin, I will give you all of these, and if you want to build some tacos, and then we'll slice the steak later. You can use. Somebody commented that if you just took everything that we made without the meat, it would be absolutely delicious. So good. Let me just put a little bit right here.
Amanda, what happens to the skirt steak if you cook it too long?
It'll just get, well, first of all, always cut it against the grain. If you want any hope of recovery, cut it against the grain. Luckily, it has a lot of fat in it. So if you were going to overcook a steak, it'd be better than like overcooking a filet, something without any fat, right? just a little bit chewier and overdone. It's hard to bring back, but you know what you could do? Let it rest, chop it up really finely, and then put it in like a breakfast hash or something, and kind of repurpose it so it's not the main event, and it'll still be delicious. I mean, if it's good meat to start, it'll still be good. I can eat. I mean, I don't order well done meat typically. I like some like hamburger patties done cooked through, and they're like little diner patties. But you could certainly put it into something else. Okay. Don't lose hope. Okay, these are just like perfectly warmed little tortillas. I'm gonna turn off the grill for this. Caitlin's doing the hard part. I look like I'm having a baby in this thing. I'm not. I need to put on a belt. I'm gonna start rumors. I put these here.
Perfect.
Great, then maybe do one without steak and we'll just do mushroom?
Yeah.
Cool, thank you. We'll mix and match. I think I can turn off the hood now, you guys. And then what I'll do is kind of get this centered again so that when Caitlin shows us the tacos, we're gonna be able to ooh and ah. And yeah, I'll push this back. Caitlin, if I'm like coming straight back here, are you okay? We just get flexible around here, right? Okay, I'm gonna move my stool because I've been bending my legs to keep my face in the frame and my back is cranky. So I'm just gonna sit here like a princess. Meal plan tip. Let's see, which part? I hope I do not come off as an a-hole, just my opinions to add to the discourse. That's hilarious. You're just an expert, right? If Chef Mina's still watching, he can give you feedback. Oh, for reusing the skirt steak. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so glad you brought that up. You know what would be so good with, Lori? Wait for it. Yeah, great point. Hold on. I think this recipe is on my site. I got so carried away with all the recipes I wanted to show you guys in the meal planning class. I had to get reined in. I mean, like really reined in. Let's see here. I think I'm getting warm. Princess Amanda. Thank you, Chris. Boom. Cheap pan smoky sweet potato hash. This would be so good with some of that skirt steak in it. Oh my God, especially with the chipotle and adobo, the citrus. That would be amazing. You could just put some of that right in there. This is like my favorite thing. Oh, Caitlin, if I had more time, I would teach this too. Maybe I'll make this a bonus recipe for our sheet pan class, you guys. We have 2 recipes for that class because again, I get aggressive. I've been told maybe I should slow down a little bit, right? But this would be amazing to do this breakfast sheet pan hash. You like this, Michael? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, good. I'll include it in the recipes. Diane, you like this? Yes, friend? Diane, will your husband cook it for you? The joke is you do most of the cooking at home, don't you? Because he's always cooking in other places. So, but I will say, you guys, I think it was Valentine's Day, wasn't it? I was on here and Diane and Michael were at home and he was cooking you lobster, literally lobster and caviar and filet. Oh my God, you guys, Caitlin gets an award. Look at how beautiful these are. I have to take a picture of them and then should I have my kids come in and say they can have one and they'll show their faces? Connor and his friend. Hold on, this is gonna be fun. Caitlin and I get to eat them, of course, but hey, Connor and Marcus. Hey guys, do you want one hot if you show your face? Oh, really? Marcus will? Or just show your hands. Just show your hands. Come grab a taco. We have options here. Do these all have crema on them?
Yes.
Okay, except Marcus, we have to make you one without crema.
Got more. We're good.
What?
We got more.
Oh, amazing. I want to eat one. Caitlin's going to make you one without the crema on it. Okay? Dairy-free for you. Hi, Connor.
Hey, Mom.
Just literally come over.
No, I'm good.
You guys, he won't even come over here. Connor, Diane Lena, Michael's wife, you know Diane.
Oh, hi.
She said, I was just saying how lucky those baby boys are. She said, you better just show your face.
Hello.
Hi. Michael, if Michael's still on, he's so mad he's not going to be here for our next get together. Marcus's friend is here as well, and I'm so happy you're here to eat, Marcus. And this is Caitlin, by the way, Marcus. She has some without the crema.
Yes.
This one, and then we've got tons more to eat once we're done. But let's just taste, Connor. You have to be my taste tester for real.
Okay.
Is that's a mushroom one?
Oh no, that's disgusting.
Connor eats mushrooms.
All right, one bite.
Everybody
knows the
says
rules.
okay.
That's pretty solid.
Did you hear that, you guys? That's pretty solid. His little brother, I'm sure, would have called it mid at best.
Yeah.
Did you get one yet, Marcus?
No.
Oh, because he's polite. So that one has some slaw on it and some pickled onions, and it's like marinated skirt steak with chipotle peppers on it. It's not too spicy. It's just got a little.
Okay.
This is vegetarian ones, but we can make you more without the crema. Okay. You liked it, Connor? Maybe Caitlin wants one. Just don't touch them all.
I'm not.
Caitlin, you want to try one now, or are you good?
I'll try one.
Get in there. I love it.
It's a
Thank you,
taco
Mom.
party, right?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll get out of your way.
Well.
Is there going to be more of this?
Is that Juice WRLD? Who's on your
Tyler,
shirt?
the creator.
Tyler, the creator. I'm like, who's on his shirt? Are they funny or not? No, we'll make
Tyler is
a
very
ton more.
funny.
Pam, thanks for joining. I understand you have to run. Enjoyed an amazing tasting menu dining at Nob Hill at MGM Vegas a while back. I love that. Going back for more tells you how good they are. Yes. This is a real cooking class. It is. And Charlie loves to be so critical, so I'm actually glad he's not here because he would be like, it's okay. He literally always starts out with what he doesn't like about my food. And I've started just getting straight up offended. What do you think? Good?
So good. Steaks cooked perfectly.
Mmm.
The lime is so good. Love it.
Mmm. Caitlin's saying the steak is cooked perfectly. You guys, this is going to be my new favorite hack. I can slice some of the bigger piece and show you. But when you're in a pinch and if you have that marinade or any marinade, just slice it like that. Like I said, if you have a grill pan that you can throw on a grill, if you want more of that flavor, you can, or just literally did it in a non-stick fry pan or a Le Creuset pan, and it worked. So I'm sure when I slice this other steak, since it was on a grill pan and some smoke came up, that it'll taste a little smokier. Taco citrus hack. You used lemon. Diane, are you cooking along with us for real? You and lime don't go together? Oh my gosh, tell me more, especially in your line of work.
So good.
I know. I don't want to embarrass Caitlin. She is welcome to come say hi. I hate putting people on spot. Meet Caitlin.
Hi, everyone.
Who literally, you guys, we were talking today. I don't know how I got so lucky because the fact that she was recommended to be my extern from her cooking school from a friend of mine, it was crazy how it all worked out. And so, yeah, I got very, very lucky. And it happened to be right when I was starting this business. So yay to us. Angie, I'm so glad you're going to make it. For anybody who has to go, I totally understand. I'm just going to slice this steak for you really quickly. Okay. And she can cook. She can cook. She's probably a better cook than me. We haven't even put it to the test yet. I just, she actually, if you follow her on Instagram, did you put it in the feed?
You did.
Good. She's CC's Table, CCS, right?
Mm-hmm.
CC's Table on Instagram. Way to go, Lori. Thanks for following. She's making killer videos and reels. They're amazing. They look so good. And then she's doing them for me as well, but I'm the problem. So we haven't finished. I haven't finished my part, but and I want to launch mine with the whole name situation. And so she's like learning how to edit, how to put graphics up, all the things that I refuse to learn. Kind of amazing. Let me slice a couple pieces of this. I know that it's going to be a weird angle. Oh, should we pick our winner? I don't know if you've already looked through to pick a winner. Caitlin is in charge of the giveaways because she has all of the names of everybody who signed up. And then she knows that you guys all get an extra Diane Mina says, okay, wait, she's adorbs. Diane, she's adorbs. She's totally adorbs. And she's super talented. Don't let your husband poach her. She would never. Although she'd be really good at that too. Post the Instagram for Caitlin. I'll put hers up again, okay? I know you guys can't see this, but I'm going to hold up a piece of the steak that I'm slicing. Oh, I get so excited. Medium rare. Almost rare. Mmm! Okay, I'm super excited. You guys, you know what's so fun about this? Is that I feel I know all of you. So if any of you win, this is just fantastic. Okay, so drum roll. I don't know if she's still on. Jenny Hawkins! Congratulations. Is she still on? I'm so excited. You guys, I hope you know that because you all, yay, Jenny! Jenny, you get all 3 of these knives. They're so amazing. Do you need new knives, Jenny? You certainly cook a lot. And then, so the 8-inch chef, this is a Santoku. I use this more than anything. We'll talk about it. And then a 4-inch paring. Oh my gosh. The giveaways are the best. I think it's worth subscribing just for the giveaways. Chrissy's jealous. Wait, Chrissy, have you won something yet? You haven't, have you? Everyone's going to win. We should do a thing too, like, we won't let anyone win twice without all of you winning. Okay, I have to ask if anybody has any questions so you can go enjoy your evening. Oh, yay, Lori. Oh my gosh, you guys, I forget I can pull you in. Like, I didn't give you enough notice, but if you guys are ever cooking along and you want to show us, I can pull you in and bring you on the screen and you can show us your food. Let's do that next time. No questions? Oh, there's one, but I bet it was already answered. And then, how hot should the oven be? Oh, if you're doing any of the, if you're cooking the shrimp or chicken or anything like that in the oven, I would probably do it really hot, probably like 400. If you're doing whole pieces of chicken, I do more like 350 because it's going to have to cook longer and I don't want it to get too caramelized on the outside, okay? I'm so happy for you. We will reach out. Thank you, Noah. You know when you just gather your energy and then, wait, I know it's not Noah. There I went again. Kesha, is that right? You gather. Yay, Libby and Sarah. That's fantastic. I just gathered my energy and got through it. And now I can just go be a couch potato all night before I have to go do a little traveling tomorrow. And hopefully have some fun. I would really like to be able to go somewhere tomorrow. I'm very excited to see some fun people. I'll keep you guys up to date on that too, because I never go anywhere just for fun. Mary Beth, I'm so glad tomorrow will be better. Thank you. And thank you all for tuning in, truly. Absolutely a blast. I was telling Caitlin, it's funny. Sometimes when I feel like it's just like loose and fast, these feel like the most fun, don't they? I'm so lucky. So if anybody signs up because of you, email me. Email us at hello@amandahaascooks.com and say, I want credit for that. We got to figure out a way to thank you when you send other people our way. We truly appreciate it. And this is how I want to keep making a living. It is so much fun. And drum roll, please. We'll announce our first guest chef next week. But also, we are going to figure out how to let people pay it forward. Because our amazing Craze for Coffee friend on here, why am I forgetting your real name too, suggested it, that she wanted to pay it forward and sign some people up for some classes who maybe weren't as lucky as we all are. And I thought that was such a beautiful idea. So especially like with the meal planning types of classes, or I might design some classes for some people who aren't so lucky to sit around and eat skirt steak and make multiple types of tacos, right? So I can't wait to announce that, but we're definitely gonna allow all of you generous people a way, whether you want to give $5 or $500 to pay it forward for others to join us who aren't so lucky. So coming soon, you guys. Everybody have a terrific night. We're just going to go eat more tacos, right? Kayla, are you going to take some home?
They're so good.
She's got to take some home to her husband. Like, yeah, all right. Let's confirm a holiday entertaining class with Michael and Diane. Diane, I'm texting you. I'm so sorry I didn't call you back the other day. Are you even kidding me? I'm finding you. And you're just going to have to be in charge of your husband's schedule. It's happening. Oh my God, holiday entertaining. Holy cow. Okay, wait, I didn't mean to do this. Did I lose you guys? Sorry, it asked me if I wanted to extend my time. That means I have to shut up. And a major giveaway. Diane, oh my gosh, let's get the Bloody Marys going. Maybe Michael will pitch in a meal somewhere. You guys, if you live in the Bay Area, his new place, Ornos, in the city, Greek, insanely delicious. And in Tiburon, the bungalow is so freaking good. I spent my 50th birthday there. It was so delightful. Oh, it's so pretty. I love that view so much. Dinner and Bloodies. Are you kidding me? We're going to have so much fun, you guys. Diane, I'm finding you for that date. I'm not letting you off the hook, and I'm advertising it like next week, so you guys can't go away, okay? I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Bloody Mary basket with bacon, eggs. Oh my God, we're going to have so much fun. I can't even handle it. Okay, everybody, have a good one. Diane, thank you so much for getting on tonight. I know we're all busy, and I'll catch you all later, okay? I'm going to go show everybody on Instagram how much fun we had without them. Don't tell. Bye. Let's see. End broadcast. Here we go.